Hey guys, welcome back to boujeebrokebaby. Today I'm going to show you how I got this look here and just my everyday get ready with me, showing you starting from skincare and taking you all the way through to makeup and even the lip gloss that I have on right now. So if you're interested in that, go ahead, stick around. Make sure you leave a like, comment, or subscribe on this video if you like what you see, and let's get into it. So the first thing that I do is try to pull my hair back in some way or another. I am just going to use these little pins to pin my hair back behind my ears. Once I have my hair pulled back, it's time to go ahead and get into the skincare. And before I came down here, I took a shower and I'd washed my face and everything in the shower. And then I also use a toner prior to doing anything. And this is a witch hazel facial toner that also has rose water and aloe. I used to use witch hazel on its own, but it was a little too drying. So when I found this, I thought it was really a good thing to try. The brand is Clean Beauty. So it's free of synthetic fragrances, and this thing, it's like 8 fluid ounces. I've had it for like 2 months and I haven't made much of a dent, which is really awesome. So after I put toner on, I go ahead in with a serum, and this is the serum by Acure. It's their brightening glowing serum. What I do is I pump 3 pumps right into my palm, and I give it 1 rub because you don't want it to get stuck to your hands. You want it to go on your face. And then I just tap, 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 and tap, and then I go in and I rub. Alright, and you can already see that that gives like just this perfect kind of like glow underneath everything. So the next product is an eye cream, and I recently started using this because under this one eye I started getting a little bit of a dark circle, and I don't know why. So this is from Target. The brand is called Versed, and it's their Vacation Eyes Brightening Eye Gel. So with this, you're supposed to put it on after serums and before moisturizer. So I just take a little dime, not even a dime, like a little dab, and I take my fingers and then I try to concentrate the product really in that area where it does kind of need the love, and under my eyes do get a little dry too. So I like to just make sure it's all tapped in and not necessarily rubbed in, because it doesn't need to go anywhere else. It just needs to stay really concentrated around my eyes. After we get all that stuff done, now we can like actually moisturize. And I'm not super picky with moisturizer, so I've been using this little Hemp's one, and it doesn't break me out or anything like that, but I'm sure for some people it would, because it's actually body moisturizer, but I just think it smells good and it makes my skin really soft. Once I get all of that skincare stuff done, I typically go ahead and I'll brush my teeth while I let that sit. And if I have the time to, I'll whiten my teeth. And I figured I'd show you guys the little teeth whitening I've been using. It's by the brand Arc. You sit there for 30 minutes, and then the last 5 to 10 minutes you can put this little light in your mouth, and it really works. I'm not going to use it today just because I used it already this week and my teeth are pretty sensitive. Alright, we're ready for makeup now. And I wanted to show you guys, this is my makeup brush holder. I recently got some new makeup brushes, and to save money, I got all my makeup brushes in sets from TJ Maxx. So that's a nice little hint. And then this container as well is from, I think, TJ Maxx. And on the other side are all of like my eye products, so like eyeliners, eyebrow pencils, eyeshadow primer, and just some basic stuff like that I can't fit into my other drawers, because I do typically get ready upstairs. Even though we put all that skincare stuff on, we still need to prime our skin just to make sure that we have a base that's compatible with the makeup and not like oily. What I do is I use this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. Typically these are based with like silicone, which I can't really tell, but that helps it so that it actually, your makeup has something to grab to instead of slide around on all those oily based products that we just put on with our skincare. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of my eyebrows and then kind of carve them out. I don't do this often, But I will do it before I put any foundation on, just to make sure that they don't end up too dark or too crazy. But what I do is I'll just take under my eyebrow, and I really just do underneath with the pencil, because I'm going to go in with another product later. Then I'll go through and I will brush them out, kind of move that product around a little bit. So you always want to brush up and over, really. Then what I like to do is I will take this flat brush that I have right here, and I'll go in with some concealer and just go on the top of my brow, so that when I do go back to do my foundation, I don't have to touch my eyebrows and they won't get like foundation in them. I'm just going to use the same concealer you'll see again later, and this is the Revolution concealer. I always like to go in between with whatever I have extra and like think that it's gonna like cut my brow really beautifully, and it doesn't. So we all have dreams, don't we? And I'm going to go ahead and just do my foundation. So I'm using right now, I've been using the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation, and this is a full coverage foundation. It is a really nice kind of like liquidy foundation, but it also sets really, really well. So it gives you a nice kind of glow, and that's why I like it, but also covers enough, and it's buildable, so that's always really nice. So what I'm going to do is just dab this all around my face. I always love when you get ready for the first time in front of a guy and they see you do something like this and they're like, what are you doing? Like, you're actually painting your face. And I'm like, yeah, like, it's art, my dude. Like, appreciate this. Alright, so now that we look crazy, I'm going to take this brush from BH Cosmetics. It is the 137, and this is what I've been using as my foundation brush. So it reminds me a lot of the Expert Foundation Brush by Real Techniques. What I do, just to make sure that I can keep that coverage that the foundation says it has, is I'm going to treat it almost as if I'm putting it on with a beauty blender. So I'm going to dab it in. Let's go back in with that concealer, the Revolution one. I put it under my eyes, on both sides, my chin, these spots, and then on my forehead. So let's buff that out, and then I will be right back. Alright, we're back. We got everything blended out. And what I use to blend out my concealer is a beauty blender. If I did have too much foundation on, it'll come off onto this and it'll just kind of set everything all together nicely. And then I go in with the controversial Airspun powder, and this is what gave James Charles the whole like flashback Mary meme, but I really like it, and I'm pale, so it works. It is kind of messy, like look at this. It's crazy. So I'll take a dab from this hot mess, and then I will take, I'll take the lid, drop it in here, do some taps, and this is the amount of product then that I'm going to be using. You're going to press, don't rub your powder. We want to press in. Now we're a crusty woman with our powder, and I hate feeling like this, but it really does give you an excellent base and really just kind of sets everything. So I guess let's go ahead and do bronzer. Instead of like an actual bronzer, I've been using a highlighting bronzer. So this one is from Physicians Formula, and it's just their mineral glow pearls. This one's called Light Bronze Pearl. Alright, so we've got that like light little base down, and it's barely noticeable. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take Hoola by Benefit and give that a little dab. And what I do is I will go in and I will stamp it before I do anything else. So we're going to stamp the product, stamp, 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 and we're going to do the same on the other side. And I will take on this on my forehead. Okay, and then now we need to blend this stuff out. So what we're going to do is to blend that out, we're going to use that same bronzer again. and just that brush, and we're just gonna go in, and we want to blend up because we don't want a harsh line on the top. We want it to be a little bit more like cut from the bottom, diffused up. So cut from the bottom and blend up. And we're going to blend up and into our temples and just all around that 3 with this. And if there's one thing too that I learned, I went to makeup school for a little while. The one thing that I can tell you is using the side of your brush, like instead of using just the top and going like this, being able to go in and like actually blend in from the side of your brush and give it some like push, you can like actually direct your product a little bit better, is something that I do with bronzer. Now that we're bronzed up, we're going to go in and we're going to do some highlighting. So I have right underneath of that Physicians Formula thing, I have a highlighter that I got in an Ipsy bag. So I will go in with a brush kind of like this and do my nose. And I'll do my Cupid's bow. And then for the cheeks, I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of a lighter brush because that one's kind of dense. So I take this fluffier one, this little one right here, and I'm going to just go on top of my cheekbone. And then just go back, make sure that our little nose is good, our little Cupid's bow is good, not too crazy. And then I go in with blush. We're going to use this Phase Zero makeup one. It's a blusher called Making Moves. Okay, so now that we have that blush on, it's a little overpowering, so I'm going to go back through with that bronzer, and I'm going to kind of buff it out. And now our face is pretty much done. So I'm going to go through and comb through my eyebrows one more time. And then we're going to go over top of them to get them nice and set with Gimme Brow by Benefit. So we're going to take the little, this is just a trial version of it. And I just like to kind of brush them in. It gives it a little extra cover, a little extra color, which I like. Okay, so brows are done, nice and filled in, and the face is all good, so we're going to set it. This is a CoverGirl setting spray. It's their active one. It's a cool setting all day wear. I wouldn't say that this actually helps my face or my makeup stay longer, but it helps set everything really well and just kind of get it to all melt into my real skin a little bit better. So I'll do this before I do eye makeup because I don't need like my mascara and everything to get all wet. So we'll do this real fast. Alright, that is the face makeup done. So face makeup's done. I'm going to go put on some chapstick and I'll be right back. Now that the foundation is off of our lips, we've got lip gloss on, and our whole face is set, it is time to do some eye makeup. So I don't really go too crazy on eye makeup. I pretty much just do 2 colors, something on my lid and then my bronzer to blend it out. So let me show you how I do that. The first thing I do is I'll use Benefit's Hoola. So the first thing for the eyes that I use is Hoola's Benefit, and I'm just going to go ahead and take that on a fluffy brush. And I'm going to use this to darken up my crease and also just give like a nice little base. Alrighty, so now that we have that base on both eyes, I'm going to go ahead and put a little color on the lid and something that will kind of complement these tones. So I have this Revolution palette, and there's this really pretty shade kind of in the middle, and it's this little coppery one, and I really, really like it. So I'm going to put that on my lid today. After that, I go in with the lightest shimmer shade, that pink, and I'm going to put it in my inner corner. You just need to put on some mascara and eyeliner. And the eyeliner that I've been using since middle school is the line stiletto from Maybelline. It's the blackest one, blackest black, and it's just the easiest one I've found to use. So I'm not sure if you can see, but I will like make it a little bit thicker as it goes along, just so that my eye has a little bit more of like a shape. Alrighty, my friends, we have the eyeliner done. We have one thing to do, mascara. So I'm gonna try a new one today. I have pretty just big eyelashes in the first place, so I like to try new ones. This is the Total Temptation by Maybelline, and I got the blackest black one, and I figured I would like it because it has a bristle brush, and that's what I tend to like. So let's see. Since I did get a little bit of mascara on the top of my lid, I will go back and I'll just use a little beauty blender because I wiped it off. I'm just going to go back in with the Hoola and just kind of cover it in where I just wiped all that off. Here we go. Here's my finished everyday look. Nothing too crazy. If I wasn't filming, it would have taken me maybe 10 minutes to do. So pretty nice, pretty simple. I hope you guys learned some little tips and tricks, maybe found some new products today. And if you enjoyed watching, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to boujeebrokebaby. You can also check us out on Depop. I'm selling some of my clothes on there, so go ahead, check out the Depop shop, or you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram just to kind of stay up with what we're doing, because I am pumping out content left and right, people. So keep up with us at boujeebrokebaby on all platforms, and we will see you soon.